Hello and welcome, my name is Sheep Thief and today I'll be coming at you with some WARNO, yeah. We're looking around at this road here. Looks pretty nice. It's about to be not nice, as you guys are all aware. World War III is broken out. I just want to say, if you're new to the channel, I do replays all the time, but I'm kind of trying to get people to send me some of their replays. If you have good games, I'll look at them. It would be an honor. So just hit me up in the comments and we'll figure out how to do it. It'll probably be that I might make like I don't know how we'll do it, but we'll figure it out. So anyway, this is a match between myself and OMG IDK How to Play. He's playing 4th Moto Shoots I'm playing 35th, and this is a really good game because we attacked in a bunch of different ways. I think we were both playing sort of badly and sort of well. He's a decently high-ranked player, if I recall correctly. And I sort of would say that 4th Moto Shoots is better than 35th. They basically do the same thing, but better. Their squads are way bigger, their units are better, everything's better. But I will stop coping and bring you the game. So as you can see, I'm going for a pretty substantial helo rush with 4 Moto Rozvedka within these Mi-24Ds. These helicopters are the ones with the 2 red eyeballs there. You can't see them because it hasn't like loaded in yet, but yeah, I'm sending them forward because this is a fairly long map, and so that the helicopter rush can definitely pay off on this map. My opponent starts with a Cube. I guess other than that, it's fairly standard. A little unusual that I'm bringing BMDs right in the beginning, but it's just to kind of get some fire, some autocannon fire onto the endless hordes of 4th Moto Shoots soldiers. I'm sort of trying to figure out how many of these anti-helicopter things to bring. I'm not really sure what helicopters 4th Moto Shoots has, so that's kind of that. I have 1 Spetsnaz moving forward, 1 OP Spetsnaz to try to catch enemy units out here as they flood into this point. These helicopters are coming to here and here. These helicopters are going for Charlie. And other than that, that's pretty much it. We have 1 CV to try to get a bit of a tick. My opponent is bringing, as usual, a horde of infantry, some ATGMs, a CV infantry, a lot of Metis infantry, yeah, a lot of Metis infantry, and a Cub, or a Cube is how I hear people pronounce it. I don't quite know how to pronounce it. So I'm going to speed it up so that we get this party started. Here it is. So we move forward, and the Moto Rozvedka do, as you can see, they start to pull ahead. On shorter maps, I sort of think it's not worth it to do a helo rush, but the longer this direction the map is, the more effective your helicopters will be. As you can see, they are starting to pull ahead of my normal vehicles, which are perfectly fast. And so it does, you can get to the field first. There are a few other maps that are kind of like this. Going for this one, even though you're in the helicopters, is a little risky because it is closer to the opponent's side. So what I was sort of wondering here is whether or not to drop the Moto Rozvedka or to fight with the helicopters to try to get this all down. He unloads in a big blob here. Kill his CV. The helicopters are kind of firing pell-mell. Definitely getting some kills. The airplane comes in and I'm like trying to decide what to do here. I definitely sense that he's been kind of pushed off. Over here everything's going pretty much fine, but that strafing run by the oh, I didn't see that. So one of the ATGMs killed the full HP helicopter while it was on the ground, which I had another game where I had a Conkers in a truck and it missed that. It missed a helicopter on the ground and I was so mad. It was insane. So we do have a +1 We've got these Afghansky anti-helicopter units coming in, and they recently got changed so that they do a lot of damage to infantry. I think, I don't know, in retrospect, maybe just hold them in there. If they'd just been held in there, that would have been better. I guess this one dropped. Maybe split them up and hold them in. This should definitely be, in retrospect, launching out of the air. Kub is coming forward. Over here, there's a fight breaking out. I bring one of these Descent, or these Mi-24s over here to help this fight over here. He does not have a lot of aid. Spetsnaz to come forward, but this is 4th Panzer, or 4th Motorschützen. Also, I'm doing a terrible job of microing my Spetsnaz. I'm just standing in the middle of the road in the open there. He tries to get a pass with his MiG-21, and as usual in my games, my AA, this game was performing really subpar, really disappointing, really unimpressive performance from my AA. But I'm used to that. You know, I'm used to being betrayed by my anti-aircraft units. I've gotten used to it. So I'm not mad. That's just sort of the way things go sometimes, right? So I should definitely be pushing my BMDs like around here. The AA-2 does come here and finish that off. I was sort of unimpressed by the performance of that helicopter. It was firing there for a long time and not getting many kills. I think it might have run out of rockets or something, but these, I don't know why they weren't dying. We do get the MiG-21 finally after our AA utterly fails for a while, which is this should be getting pulled back and healed, and I'm wondering whether or not my opponents are going to just give up over here or if he's going to do it, so I don't want to overinvest. It's one of the sort of mind games of this map, is like, is there going to be fighting here or not? Because sometimes this player will just ignore Charlie. We get a +2 because we get this CV in here, but my opponent is fully infested in here, and I think in retrospect one thing that I absolutely should have done is get my artillery out early, because it would have been huge. Well, you'll see why it would have been huge, and this is the first time I'm reacting to this game. And I'll just say, like, looking at this here now, like that opening, this opening isn't bad. We've got this, I wouldn't have, kitty, I wouldn't have thought that he would send a Kub alone up here. But yeah, maybe a little bit of just lack of investment into this area, a little bit of uncertainty. I haven't really opened with helicopters like that before. They definitely did well, so I'm going to do it again for sure. But right here, the Igla is getting caught out here. This precious Iglas. HE bomber comes in. It does go down, so that's a good trade. But these are, I think 4th Motorschützen has these like super cheap units. His homosexual here is out of ammo. HE comes in to try to take out a BMD. It fails. My AA fails, of course, as well. Homosexual here fires at my BMD. Misses. This must not be upvetted or anything, because that's bad. It does eventually go down to something there. Maybe being a little bit risky with these BMDs. And again, if my artillery, if I'd spent these Afghansies are completely unnecessary. If I'd spent all of this money on artillery at this point, I think it would have been huge. These bombers are starting to pour out. An Igla goes down. We do some damage to the HE, but it doesn't die. Try to save this Afghansi. It's in the napalm. So are these BMDs. They're both going to die. They're not going to be able to get out in time. Try to push them forward just to get some vision, but they burn to death in this place, which is always a death trap. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what I should have done at this point. Maybe I should have just fallen back to this and tried to control these two things and fight in the city. Actually, now that I say that, that is exactly what I should have done. What is wrong with me? So that's terrible. The whole time, I'll just give you a spoiler alert. The whole time I was trying to push for this, but as you can see, my resources are spread too thin now. And there's a big counterattack happening in here. I try to get these Motorozvedka in position to like ambush the road, and they fail. There's now radar-based anti-helo stuff. These Motorozvedka are they're getting suppressed by a BMP. I do have a sniper and a homosexual coming into the grain silo. Kitty, all right, I'll let you out. So look at this. These two Afghansky anti-helo tanks, which look sick, by the way. Let's see if we can get a better look on the other one. They suppress and push back a BMP without taking any damage. So that's pretty impressive. They have 1 armor, but I think this ATGM is going to get like a rear shot here. No, it missed. So our homosexual is now firing at his BMP, and the Afghansky is really slowing down there for some reason. I think it might have been okay if that hadn't happened, but that was an impressive performance from these Afghanskys. And at this point, I should be flooding more units into here, but I'm not, because I'm like overly concentrating on this here. I'm like tunnel visioning on this, and in retrospect, it was not even necessary. If like I had all of that infrastructure here and here, this is this wouldn't be happening. If I had half of that infrastructure here, this wouldn't be happening, and the other half here, this wouldn't be happening. So I need to remember the like arrangement that you're going for on this map is this. This is just like butter, or what's the expression there? This is like all of this here. What is that? 110, 70, 110, 55, 55, 25. A Logi vehicle. All of this is unnecessary. My AA plane comes forward to try to do something. I'm not sure what it was thinking. Yeah, so if half of these points were in either one of these places, that would be good. And that's not even taking into account the ones that died. Like, going for it is fine, but like the continued pushing in, especially once they have it, is really dumb. So I need to remember that. This truck is going to go down, but the Afghans get in position. It would have been better if they got here. This Eagle is going to get in a fight with this damaged Metis, but that's not good, because every single Eagle that we have is necessary because they're so bad. Bring a rocket helo forward to kind of see what's happening here. He brings a plane and it doesn't kill it. We need AA here really bad to protect these, but he doesn't have any anti-helo with him right now. So we are going to do a lot of damage here. This has no ammo left. Very unfortunate. AA plane tries to get that, and we do get his plane, thankfully. But he got a pretty lucky hit on us, considering that we're like in a completely different generation of fighter. BMD comes forward stupidly, comes into the waiting arms of his homosexuals. We get 1 extra ATGM here. These 2 helos are alive but wounded, and as you can see, his planes are just running free because my Eagles keep going down in dumb places. Desantniki move forward with BMDs behind. Motorozvedka still watching this pretty key position here. So this should be a signal that I just need to wrap around here and forget about this. Like just a couple of ATGMs in here, some AA, 2 Spetsnaz, and you're fine. Back here. Instead it's like up at the front dying, and I have to keep reinforcing it and like worrying about it and wasting micro this on it. Afghansi fighting bravely against his BMP. Afghansi fighting bravely against his infantry, and now I'm paying for this miscalculation here as he punches through the center. The tip of the moto shoots and spear is moving forward. As you can see, this sort of enflauding fire of the Afghanskis is not to be underestimated. It is slowly withering down this BMP, and it is causing a decent amount of suppression. His units continue to flood into here, and mine do not. I have some Afghansi coming in. I don't think I'm quite comprehending the situation. Over here, I'm doing a bad job of taking this point back, but it's probably because of this arrangement of homosexuals here. The other thing that would be good is having artillery, because artillery would like handle this. He drops the some bombs on the Afghanski. Not sure. Yeah, they're gonna take a lot of damage and probably die here. Cohesion drops. Desantniki moved forward. I don't know why I'm moving them so far forward. I should have just stayed in here. Getting kind of nervous, not liking the +2. He sends in a Moto, shoots in here. My Moto Rozvedka misses. The other one wounds, and fortunately he's not paying attention, and so 3 shots later we do get it. We have 1 AT round left. Just my luck, you know, I shouldn't be going to the casino or playing, you know, poker or anything. It's not, my Lady Fortune is not particularly fond of me. We barely have any AA left in the center for all the points that we've put into here. And so he is able to just push forward. We have an AT Acula coming up. Try to stop this, but it's always risky to bring these out because a lot of people will just pull out a plane and just dive it, which I believe he does in a second. And now I am officially on the back foot. Like, the Moto shoots and wave has arrived, and I'm not sending the right cards to deal with it. My MiG-29 completely misses his MiG-23 and then goes the wrong direction, and it just goes in for free and kills my Acula. So that's a typical performance from my AA. My MiG-29 continues to miss, and he actually is allowed to chase after it and kill it. So actually no, I guess I get away. Over here I'm fully on the back foot as well. So back foot here, back foot here, back foot here, all because of this like idiocy in here, and to a certain degree due to the incompetence of my units. The incompetence of these little fake men moving around on my screen. Afghansi caught out in the open by Moto shoots and a BMP and some Aufklar recon vehicle. My planes are failing. His cubes are firing. It's a disaster. A complete and utter disaster. We do have a foothold here. Kind of holding him still here. It'd be nice if we had an ATGM in here, but it's not going to happen for now. These BMDs are moving forward just kind of desperately to try to put some fire onto this T-55. It doesn't work. MiG-23 napalm comes out. AA is still not right, but we do get a hit with the Igla. He misses with the napalm, thankfully. And these BMDs move forward, but they're going to come into the range of the homosexuals eventually. This is a good position because this one's out of ammo and this one can't quite see it yet, so I'm getting kind of lucky here. If my opponent was a little more on the ball, I think these would be dead. But yeah, this one now gets sight of the BMD and kills it. This BMD is still... no, it can be seen as well, even though the sight tool would not indicate that. I tried to bring this Moto Rozvedka forward to try to take this, sort of wondering if... because I saw these sort of low HP units. But there's a T-55 back there that is going to end that. So, I just want to reiterate, I'm playing so badly here, and it's actually pretty insane. This is absolutely terrible. So I pop out here, get surrounded, low cohesion, have to pop out this way, and the Moto Rozvedka is gone. This was a good position to have, at least just for sight. Sneed comes out, and here comes my, so we get a Shilka. Sneed takes some damage. MiG-29 comes after this. It does get it, okay. But my opponent's at a +2, and it's just so needless. The infestation here is becoming serious. There's infantry everywhere. BMD spread tastefully around. Aufklar, BRM. This is a weird little place here, so we can't quite see each other. We have a foothold in here and a foothold in here, but certainly not a foothold here, and certainly not a foothold here. But I haven't given up yet, and I settle in for the long haul of having to build up and try to take this all back. The immediate issue is all of this radar-based AA that's going to shred apart my helicopters if they lock eyes on them. The other problem is my AA. As you can see, I kind of array it in a line here. I push these Skrezets forward stupidly, and they die to homosexuals. MiG-29 circling above, trying to catch out some of these planes. Iglas are finally showing up again, or are finally on the board again, but they're trash. That's a known thing. I try to send this MiG-29 after this MiG-23, getting greedy, and the Kub opens fire on it and does kill, I think, one of them. Yeah, that goes down. And then my MiG-29 here utterly fails against a fighter back there, and then this, my psychopathic opponent here has a Kub back there. Oh, I guess it was just on the way, because the Kub doesn't have to unload. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, what is that doing there? Literal psychopath. But no, that makes more sense. And my opponent's building a decent line here, a superior line to mine of tanks, of ATGMs, of infantry, with a backline of this radar-based AA. So I need to be really clever with my Sneeds in order to pull this off, and also get ready to do a counterattack. And so I think my opponent's content to kind of sit here. I guess in retrospect for him, I don't know. I think he's fully within his rights to just sit here for now. He doesn't quite know what well, let's see what he can see. He doesn't see anything except to screz it. I can see a fair amount here, which is why if I had my artillery, that would be huge. But I just felt so behind that I've never felt like I had the points to justify bringing out the artillery as opposed to getting to patching up the holes in my line. And as you can see, there are a lot of holes. There's like a little build up here, really disorganized build up. We've got conkers that are gonna have to muck their way through a forest. No infantry. These helicopters have been damaged for like the last 10 years. MiG-29 dodges a shot but then takes a really bad turn here. Kub fires. Misses, okay. And there's a intimidating mass of tanks coming up on this side. There is a good array of ATGMs in here. This Kub gets a nice shot on the MiG-29, forcing it off the field. My opponent's still at a +2, and there's just no real good place to attack, given my points on the board. If I had my grads, I think here might be an okay place to attack, but he is overwatching it here with these BMP-1s. With the artillery as well, I think it would be worth degrading what I can see over here, pushing and then degrading with the grads. But again, I'm just, for some reason it felt like I'm just gonna lose if I bring out these grads. I don't know, I can't quite describe why I thought that, but I did. I get some conkers out here to keep the creep of tanks at bay. Of course it'd be better if it was the ground-based ones, but these car-based ones can get kind of behind the front line and make sure there isn't like a total disaster of a push. Kub gets a nice shot there. I'm curious, it's one vetted. These things are getting a lot of hits, if you ask me. Finally get some supply here for the helos. I know I'm gonna have to like have a sudden and successful attack, but I'm still feeling the pressure as he's moving forward here. I am worried about him just trying to go for the win and close into here and take the city. Maybe excessively worried looking at his line. I don't think that was realistic. He brings out a Sneed. I guess he doesn't know that I don't have radar-based A, so that's a waste of points for him. But it doesn't die because my units are complete trash. How many Iglas is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right? 4, 5 maybe. 5 Iglas along a wide line. Can't kill that. That's way too much to ask. We do have this guy here watching this road, although I think it would be better if he were here. Now that I look at this. My opponent brings out artillery, wisely. Sneed plane comes out, stuns the Shilka. So I'm trying really hard to not fail with these Sneeds. It utterly fails as usual. It does get the Cub at the end there. Shilka puts a little bit of damage on it. Still has 2 rounds left. A lot of radar for my opponent. It's really annoying. But I know that if I can, like, shut it down a fair amount, that I can... Okay, so he does get the Shilka and stuns the other Shilka. These T-55s move forward, and there's a complete lack of AA here. So this helicopter is a major threat. Big buildup of BMP-1s here. Not the craziest thing in the game, but I think you can get a lot of them. And if you don't have the thing to deal with them, then they're going to destroy you. Here we can watch the Afghansi firing at the infantry here. Now we can... I remember watching this before they changed this, and like seeing infantry run across the field and being like, how are they not dying? And I guess they've changed it. As you can see, their corpses are smeared across the field. He bombs that thing in revenge. But we do get a plane and some Panzerjägers. Motorschützen come in here. We bring forward our helicopters, I guess in retrospect, at a good time, because he has no AA there. His MiG-23 sails over our AA web without any consequence, of course. It's pretty used to that. He fires a napalm bomb here, right on top of my Conkers here, and I was aware and immediately tried to micro them out of the flames. Brings in an AA plane to deal with the rocket helo, but I'm kind of like, we do get a hit and he has to evac. BMPs are starting to build up. He still has the +2 and he's just been getting a lot of points. Like, yeah. I don't have time for this. The sniper here does a kind of crazy job at fighting this helicopter. Pretty cool. Sniper is like upsetting them. Totally panics it. Like, kind of impressive, if you ask me. Well done to that sniper. But the attack here is coming, and I'm not quite prepared for it at all. Don't have a good way of dealing with this rocket helo. Homosexual gets a side shot, but fails. Conkers is low health. I think it got sprayed by that helo. And now these are completely breaking through. I wasn't quite expecting that. Conkers fires, kills one of them. That's good. AT plane comes forward, gets another one. So we have sort of shut it down, and the Conkers does get the final tank. So that was good for us. That Conkers did come through. His Cub has reached the front, but with those helos, we have successfully cleared out a lot of the stuff in here. I don't think I quite caught that. It was just that this helo and this helo came forward and cleared a bunch of stuff out. Panzerjägers take damage from the Skrelet with these new changed things. We'll try to keep track of both things happening here. Really, he's just pushing forward here, and I give a general retreat. Bring the CV back. These, I think, are delayed orders. They're just gonna die. One dead. Yeah, I just forgot about that, I guess. Over here, we do shut down the Motorschützen, so yeah, the Iglas, 2 Iglas die. And what I'm trying to do now is get Spetsnaz, but that's sort of unnecessary now because we killed so much of the infantry. Spetsnaz would be better served in here, where they could at least like fight some of this infantry that's moving forward, like this poor Spetsnaz here that's getting BMP'd. I'd fall back to the city, which is what I should have done in the beginning of the game. This homosexual is now in a great position to suppress any ability to control this. But we've done substantial damage up here, and I am finally doing the right thing and falling back. And we bring the +2 down to a +1 as we move this forward. He has BMPs coming up, but his AA situation remains not entirely sound. This Sneed plane just barely misses seeing the Shilka. No, it doesn't. It gets it. So my Sneed pulls through. We kill a lot of AA. A lot of radar AA. and now we have a pretty big wave coming through here, but his wave has arrived as well, and what we're missing now is AT. We do have a Conquerors here. We have a Conquerors here, but it's behind this little hill that's really strange. But we get the tick to a close, which is huge. Conquerors fails. This Conquerors fails. This Conquerors fails. And now I'm just like, we gotta go. Napalm comes forward to deal with the Spetsnaz, and that's gonna be a direct hit. Not good. The Spetsnaz should clear stuff up, but I'm not doing it great. I'm like, should I move into the buildings or like try to skirmish here? I think in retrospect, certainly move into the buildings. Bring the CV back. Bringing the helicopter forward, because which should have happened a while ago, because this would all be solved if both helicopters were here. We lost a lot of life pretty unnecessarily. These Spetsnaz could actually just pull back, but I'm trying to keep vision at this point. He brings the CV in, and the Mi-24 and the Mi-8 are now in position to clear up most of this infantry. But he has his own AT helicopter here, and he does have a MiG-23 pushing forward to wipe out the rest of these Spetsnaz. The helos are finally here. AT plane gets the BMP down. AT plane is, we're just trading with helos at this point. I send in this MiG. I rage so hard right here. You'll see in the when I upload the raw footage how hard I rage. But the MiG-29 doesn't kill the Mi-24. Then gets hit by a cube and dies. And then I send another one, and it doesn't kill it, and it gets hit by a cube and dies. And I was just so shocked by that that I almost vomited. Honestly, I think that's the best way to describe it. This helicopter's out of ammo. It should be pulled back. We need to destroy this. We have BMDs coming forward now, so finally we have our own wave here to try to figure this out. We're bringing this forward. He's back to a +2. Our Aquila here is in a great position. The Cub, for some reason, can't see it. I think they're bad at seeing helicopters. Because I was confused by this. This Aquila just sort of marches across the map and clears out everything. We have Eagles here that are failing to get kills. We bring it down to a +1. He's still got a CV in there, but we have these BMDs pushing forward. He's trying to get a build up here, and we've actually kind of started to cause some trouble. We clear this out, which I guess we should have done a long time ago. Sneed plane. I think this is our last Sneed plane. And so the Sneed planes did well, but they just like couldn't quite do it. We get that CV down. Laser guided bomb fires. This Aquila is still here. I should be moving this forward to take this again in retrospect. Oh, this cube is out of ammo. Okay, and so now I'm pushing in pretty much every place. We've had like a break here, but the question is, can we get the points up to deal with this? He does now have another Shilka. I don't know how many Shilkas he has. A lot, I guess, is the answer to that. These BMDs have traded decently well against these T-55s, considering that these are tanks and these aren't. But at close range, this is not going to be fun, and they're out of ATDM, so this is bad. In here, we're pushing in. His HE plane fires over here, and so now we're pushing here, we're pushing on every front, and it's working. But the problem is we only have 8 minutes left, and some of this he has successfully. It's like we kill each other, kill each other, kill each other, kill each other. There's no like solid defense. We get this. We're at a +1, but we need to get 1,000 points. And in retrospect, we should have gone straight for that right now. but instead I hang back, assuming that they're more... Oh, this is painful. Why didn't I go? Everything's dead here. Almost everything's dead here. This should be pushing here. This should just be going. What am I doing? Oh, it's so bad. We've literally wiped out his army. Oh, I want to cry. Sheep gang. I'm crying. So this BMD is in perfect position to kill both of these. Let's see if he can do it. Boom. No. Gets sort of suppressed. Boom. Gets one kill. I was so mad about that. Acula, all I need to do is refuel the honestly, all I need to do is just run at his base. I don't know what I was doing. I just didn't know that all of this was dead. I assumed that there was more spam. That's so painful. That is so very painful. More radar AA everywhere. Constant radar AA. Look at all this. This Spetsnaz, if all of this moved forward, it would be so good. Maybe not the helicopters because the Cubes would kill it, but if just like boom, 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 boom. What am I doing? I'm so triggered. So I was getting seriously triggered about these MiG-27 ATs because I kept losing vision, and I've got this recon vehicle here that can't see these huge vehicles. But I finally get a good pass here as they're killing my helicopter. And fire one at the Shilka, miss. Do get the Cube. But that's really, the Cube was less of a concern than the other thing. And then one Cube shot does double damage to them. I don't know. Yeah, again, I shouldn't play poker or go to the casino or to play the lottery or whatever. I have bad luck. My recon thing goes down. The Shilka is continuing to be a major issue. I bring this Acula forward, but now his tanks are here. And so my ability to like get the... Just being way too cautious with this. I think I still had some extras too. It's not like this is my last one. There's one here. And we just need those points really bad. But as you can see, we have whatever I did. It didn't feel like I deserved to wipe out his army, but I did somehow. It's all gone. He kind of pushed into me in some places, but that was pretty wild that all of those are dead. He gets the point back. It's down to a +1. I've got 5 minutes, so what I need is at least 60 times... What times 60 is 1,000? Like 10... 60 times 10 would be 600 points. So if we had a +5 in 2 minutes, we would get it. If we had a +4 in 4 minutes, we would get it. So we need that +4 now. But it's on the verge of too late. Because he's just like filled in. I didn't take advantage of the push. What a pity. He now has helos, and I don't have anti-helo. Major issue. All of my fighters are dead from trying to dive that one helo and not getting it. My Eagles fail. I've got this BRDM here, but we do kill the CV, which is important, and I'm like microing this, trying to get it behind the forest. I'm bringing the K-50 Acula, but now it's just a problem of time. I'm like, I don't know what I was thinking. I needed to wrap here, push here. It's so painful. I hate it. We push him back again. We clear him out of here, except for these helos. The Acula gets in a fight with them. This is an AA Acula, by the way. So the AA Acula is out of Eagles. Okay, that makes more sense. I was shocked that we didn't win this fight here. We do have an Eagla that is also out of Eagles shots now. So these Mi-24s kill my My AA Acula. This homosexual is out of ammo. Oh god, why am I not moving my CV forward to this? This is finally on the move. I'm like 3 minutes. And I think now I just didn't have a good sense of when he was like gonna be dead. Like when he was in trouble. Cause yeah, I don't know what to say. I just didn't know that all of his army was destroyed. So maybe better recon would help. Being way too timid with this helicopter drop here. Finally moving forward, but it's too late now. We need a plus 4 times 60 is 240. We need a plus like 8 to win now, which I don't even think you can get. You can get plus 3 plus 5, I guess. A plus 5. So if we got all of these points right now, 5 times 60 would be 300 times 2 would be 600, and we'd be able to get a tie, maybe a win. I'm not quite sure. I think it was now impossible to win. But we push forward, we get this. Conquerors doing what they should have done a long time ago. This infantry is like slowly waddling forward, which they should have done a long time ago. We're pushing my opponent back. We have utterly broken his army, but we just don't have time. And like now, this Fallschirmjäger is just in the perfect position to take out this if I try to do that. Conquers fail. And yeah, really painful. We get a plus 4. Okay, so I guess it would be, if we got this right now, it would be a plus, it'd be a plus 6 and then a plus 8. So 8 times 60 would be 480 points, which would bring us to a tie. So if we had pushed for this a couple minutes ago, I guess we would have won. Because I forgot that when they lose their points, you get more tick. So I guess it would be a plus 8 in total. Maybe? Not quite sure how that works. Did he just like decap this? Plus 6, plus 8. I think is how that would work. Oh, so sad. So yeah, we have the plus 4. You know, if we had 2 more minutes, this game would be ours 100%. But we're just literally off by those few minutes of miscalculated moves. Try to kill this, and yeah. That's the game. I'm sorry if that was depressing for you guys. We did get more kills, barely. GG to this guy. He's ranked 1200, so he's not like super good, but he's probably right around our rank. We've lost so much today that we're probably, yeah, we're ranked 1700. But I don't know. This rushed Hilo, 180 points, absolutely paying for itself. So I'm gonna keep doing that against certain divisions. I was doing pretty well with my helicopters this game, I want to say. Sneed plane, how many radar-based AA things do I have to kill? Look at that. I don't know what to say about that. He had endless amounts of radar-based AA. This Acula doing pretty well. This Acula doing decently well. Everything else kind of mid. This rocket helo clearing up a bunch of infantry. For my opponent, his planes were getting so lucky. I don't understand how they weren't dying to Eagles. Oh my goodness, it was insane. So many dead things with the HE plane. This homosexual killed so many things that I was pushing open into that field of death for no reason. This napalm got a bunch of kills. Moto shoots in, alright. Other than that, I guess just sort of an even spread for his units, so which is what you want with both of our divisions. So that's that. Thank you for watching, and GG to OMG IDK how to play it. It was a great game. I think we both like did great things and terrible things, and wise things and foolish things. So it was, which is always fun. Anyway, I gotta go. And again, if you guys have any replays that you want me to do, then let me know. Adios.